How many twinks did they promise you, bruh? What political office did I know it was a Republican seat?
Welcome on another episode, you guys. And if you are joining for the very first time, thank you so much for tuning in. About 5 weeks ago, there was a trend that was going viral on TikTok. It was a trend where people are literally admitting to stuff. We talked about it on like 2 to 3 parts on this channel as well. If you have not seen it, go check it out. Where people are saying things I'm no longer scared to admit as a Black person. This particular trend caused some division in the Black community. People who were bashing people who grew up from the hood. It was a whole disaster, you guys. It didn't end well at all. It's like this creator is just getting to know about this trend and he decided to say something that has got so many people talking. He said, I'm Black and I am scared to admit, and went on to narrate so many things. There are people in the comment section saying, it be your own people literally doing this to you. If you work, and you know very well what Black people have to put up with at workplaces, we don't expect this to be coming out from your mouth. I see it as a rage bait because there are so many people who do this online. So without wasting much time, let's just get right into what he has to say and what people have to say about his video.
I'm Black, and I'm scared to admit that the real tea is that we are the problem in workplace situations. Sometimes we can be lazy, we can be entitled, we can be spoiled, we can be overly dramatic, and these are things that really do get in our way when it comes to reaching either the top of the corporate ladder or when people actually give us opportunities to succeed. We get in our own ways because we have these chips on our shoulders about all of the stuff from the past instead of focusing on the opportunity at hand and doing a good job. I'm Black, and I'm scared to admit that the real tea is that we are the problem.
What did they promise you? How many snow bunnies did they promise you? How many twinks did they promise you, bruh? What political office did I know it was a Republican seat they offered. What did they offer you?
I'm Black, and I'm scared to admit that the real tea is that we are the...
I'm not scared to admit it. So you were the problem at that little Republican Klan meeting thing that you went to, and they were calling you the N-word, and they were trying to fight you. You were the problem. Like, let you tell it, you were the problem. Didn't you just say that we are the problem and you being the we? You were the problem. The Republican meeting that you weren't invited to, but you tagged along anyway. And then you got on the news crying and trying to tell your story. Talking about they were calling you the N-word and trying to fight you and beat you up. You weren't the problem. And here you are, again, being the problem because you don't learn. Rarely do coons ever learn. Look at Candace. She still ain't learned. Y'all never do learn. But yeah, you're the problem. Thank you for admitting it. Now you need to realize that you were the problem in that all-white space, in that all-white Republican space where you thought you had some friends, and even the friends that half-assed invited you there didn't even have your back. Do you have any type of solidarity with anybody? Do you have any actual friends? Because the Republicans didn't want, the white Republicans didn't want you there. The Black people don't fuck with you. So like what? Oh, sad life.
Is that we are the problem in workplace situations.
The thing that annoys me so much when people say things like this about any group of people, but especially minority groups, is confirmation bias. Of course you're going to notice people like that. It's like the train wreck that you can't look away from, or the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. Meanwhile, the people who don't act like that, the ones who are doing what they're supposed to be doing, they don't get noticed. They get passed over. Now, I can tell you, of the retail and corporate jobs that I've worked in my life, there have been people of all different backgrounds who have been horrible to work with. But there have also been people of all different backgrounds who have been lovely people and make the workplace like nice. Is that because I live in a large multicultural coastal city? Maybe. And I interact with all different kinds of people all the time? Or I'm also the type of person that likes to give recognition because I feel like if a person is awesome, then they deserve to be recognized for that. But always, always, always remember the logical fallacies. There's probably fallacies in the way that you're thinking. And the phrase for today is confirmation bias.
Be lazy, we can be entitled, we can be spoiled, we can be overly.
Bro, I don't know why he felt like that way to say something like this, but it's not only like the black community, okay? It's everybody from all communities, white, Latinos, Asian. I seen it all, okay? I have seen it all from my personal experience working at these rough, lame jobs before, and everybody from all positions done this before. They just left, they did quit jobs, they just feel like they deserve to be in a better position, or they don't deserve to be working so hard for so less. Everybody been in that situation. I don't know why he want to make it single out only black, but people, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's how honestly, that's how I feel like about this whole situation. I don't think it's only black people. It's only the black community that been through that. Like, there's some hardworking black folks that I know, and the ones that I have met, like, they always talk in the most motivated way. Like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna make this happen, and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna grind it out, thug it out. Even when the pay at that time when I was working with them wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they have to do what they got to do to make ends meet. So I think, in my personal opinion, from my personal experience, it's not black people that does this. Of course, I'm pretty sure he's not talking about all black people, but everybody's like that. Everybody is like that. I'm keeping it real with you guys because I just feel like in the black community, when we be so critical of ourselves, we quick to, like, attack one another. I don't think we need to attack this guy. I don't think we need to attack him. But if you want to say something about this guy, go ahead at it, because he had it coming. He knew what he got. I think he knew what comes along when you be too critical. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I really honestly disagree with this, and I know for sure, you know what I'm saying, it's not only us, it's everybody from all communities that have been in that situation. Okay? Like, anyway, that'd be.
The real tea is that we are the problem in workplace situations.
You ain't fooling nobody, Mr. Dubois. Tom, bitch dependency is no laughing matter.
I'm black, and I'm scared to admit that the real tea is that we are the.
Mark his face, he's the ops.
The enemy.
You understand? This is the one that stands in front of the line and trash his own people so he can be the first one to get the tray. You understand what I mean? Think about it. We're all online, and he comes from the back to the front, then he trashes all of us and tells the person in the front, don't give them any food, give it to me, because I know them better than you. And they're lazy, but I'm a different type of nigga. Oh yes, I am. Give me the food. I'll take it first, because I'm better than all of them. I'm an exceptional nigga. All the rest of them are still on the boat. I came on the plane. You understand? This dude is sick, and he's sick. He's a sick-minded prick who needs acceptance. Those are the dangerous ones. Stay away from him. Don't tell him nothing.
What do you guys think about what he said, saying sometimes black people are the problem in workplaces because sometimes they can be entitled, sometimes they can be lazy, which doesn't have to do with the color of the skin. Like, what he said exactly does not have to do with the color of the skin, or even if he's talking about black people, but there are so many black people who have had to do double and have to put up a front just to be able to stay longer at workplaces. We've seen so many stories on this same social media. They are able to climb the ladder, they don't perform well. Black people are one of the people who perform the most. Like, we've seen so many stories on this street of social media. This person said he's the black friends the racist white people talk about. The way his mouth moves pisses me off. There were literally people in the comment section saying, fact, you're saying the truth, you're saying the right thing, blah, 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 blah. And then there are people who are telling him or disagreeing with him, and he's saying you guys are pissed because it's not the same point. Like, I'm not giving the same point. That's the reason why you guys are pissed, but I'm saying the truth. So let me hear what you guys think about what he said. Another person said, black men wanting to be white men is such an hilarious thing to see. Embarrassing. Another one said, as a black business owner, this is statistically false. Saying words like can be applies to all racial groups. Entitled behavior usually applies to our white counterparts, because the particular entitled behavior in workspaces is not something very common. So maybe he just had an encounter with one or two people and then he decided to generalize, because it's so easy to generalize online if you don't think well about what you want to say. So maybe he came across one person and then he's using that to judge every other black person. Another one said, historically, we as black people have been denied opportunities and have never given a seat at the table. If the truth be told, when finally given an opportunity to advance, we are twice better than others, which is absolutely true, which I see a lot of comment like this in the comment section of this video, because they mentioned that when they are able to climb the ladder, they don't perform well, they are lazy, they feel entitled. But how many are even allowed to perform? And the one who are even able to get and climb the ladder is talking about, they mostly give it their all because they know what is at stake and know how the workplaces really is for people like them. So they are always there trying to just make sure that they get by every single day with no problems. Another person said, bro, unfortunately, this isn't the case for most black Americans due to unconscious bias and lack of cultural competency. Black Americans need to fake it and code switch as much as possible. So they need to do even way more. This is why people are so pissed about his take. Like, what are you talking about? Another person said, I hope your part 2 speaks on how we have done well despite our obstacles and highlights the black men and women who have made remarkable contribution and demonstrate positivity and perseverance. I literally love this comment. Okay to say the negative side, but we hope you are going to give it more effort when you're talking about the positive side as well, because that is going to be biased if you don't do that. So I love this comment so much. Let me know what you guys think about what they all said. Let me know your take on what this man said. There are some white people in the comment section of this video literally clapping and saying all fact. This, he said it, it's all fact. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one.